The fitness industry is in dire need of financial relief. Small businesses across the country are reeling from the impacts of the coronavirus. On this episode of Mission Driven, we are talking to Mindbody, a company working to lift up the wellness industry, providing them with the technology needed to adapt to the year that we all stayed home. Joining me now are Josh McCarter, CEO of Mindbody, and Jen Lobo, co-founder of Bodhi NYC. Thank you both so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Josh, could you tell us a little bit about Mindbody?
Our purpose is to help people live healthier and happier lives by connecting the world to wellness. And we do that first by providing a B2B software platform that tens of thousands of wellness businesses around the world use to manage their operations, to schedule classes and appointments, and then transact with customers or their members. We then connect these businesses and all of their inventory to millions of consumers that access the Mindbody app to discover and book classes and appointments.
What makes Mindbody a purpose-led company?
It starts first with actually having a purpose statement. Our purpose is to help people lead healthier and happier lives by connecting the world to wellness. And then it goes into the team that we recruit. And it's really great to see the passion that our team has for the wellness industry. And I do our core values workshop with all of our new hires every month. We always ask people, well, what drew you to Mindbody and what part of the purpose are you most connected with? And time in and time out, they really refer to the idea of connecting the world to wellness and what wellness means to them in their own life.
What have you been doing during the pandemic for the wellness industry?
Since we have customers in over 120 different countries, we started seeing the impact of COVID in January and February in Asia and Europe, and we realized this is going to be really challenging. And so the first thing we looked at was doing some fee relief. It's very challenging for businesses that as they close to still have to pay other bills. We leaned in with over $10 million of fee relief during that time. And the other part that we recognized is the vast majority of the wellness industry, even if they're under a franchise, are still small and medium businesses. They're not large corporations. They don't have big legal departments. And so really leaning in with content and education, and it ran the gamut from how to stay connected with your employees during a shutdown, how to manage your memberships, all the way through to how to apply for a PPP loan. And then the last part was how we could push legislation that would support the wellness industry.
Talk to us a little bit, Jen, about your experience with Mindbody and how they've supported you through this pandemic.
We have been with Mindbody for 2 decades. We were one of their first clients. During the pandemic, the fee relief was huge. We've been mandated to close since March 16th. So we really have no revenue other than our online revenue, which obviously doesn't pay New York City rents or any of the other things you have to pay to run a business in this city. So fee relief was huge for us. And also just having a dedicated partner, just to know that we could make a call and get somebody on the line and talk to them and share information. There has been a lot of great content for small business owners, which we've been able to take advantage of and really learn from. So we're very thankful for that.
Josh, what does it mean to you to hear that from Jen?
Well, it's obviously very gratifying because it's one of these situations where crisis hit. You can either shrink back or you can lean in and you can lead. So anybody that we can support during that process is very worthwhile.
Tell me about this Community Gyms Coalition.
Well, we're really proud to be a founding member, and this is a group of some very well-recognized brands in the industry that have come together focusing on ways to bring more targeted relief to these businesses that have been unduly impacted by government regulations and the shutdowns. When you see what's happened in California, even for businesses that are in the first phase of reopening, they're only allowed to open with 10% capacity. So imagine you're a studio that has spin or Pilates, and you normally have 20 or 30 people in a class, and now you're only able to have 2 people. It just doesn't make sense to reopen. Many businesses weren't able to apply for PPP or get a meaningful amount of PPP to keep their independent contractors employed or be able to invest in other areas to keep the business going. And so that's why up to 25% of these businesses are going to go out. So our goal really is to create awareness of this as a problem. The opportunity right now is to push this legislation for $30 billion of targeted relief to the fitness industry. And we're asking people to go to gymscoalition.org, see the information about what we're proposing, and then contact their local representatives. When you think about what a gym and a fitness business does, it keeps the community healthy. And so our goal is let's keep the gyms and the fitness businesses healthy so that as we emerge from the pandemic on the other side, They're there to be able to support and keep the community healthy.
Tell us about Mindbody's virtual wellness platform.
This year with the pandemic, we had to focus on delivering a virtual platform for our customers that enabled them to do on-demand and streaming classes. And obviously that helped the fitness industry, but we also have spas and salons that are part of our platform. And for that, we focused on a low-touch consumer journey that really enables a consumer to find and discover and book online.
What does the wellness industry look like going forward?
I think digital classes are here to stay. It just offers more opportunity to people who have always had those excuses like, I can't get to the gym, I can't get to my yoga class because I don't have time. This is another option for them. Along with many other owners of studios, this is something we wanted to do for years, and sometimes it's not until you're pushed into a crisis that you actually get it together. But I will say, our clients are dying to get back to the studio. While we have live streaming classes and we have a great sense of community there, it's just not the same as being in the actual same physical space as other people.
Our research tells us that 93% of consumers actually want to return to in-person classes and studio experience, exactly for the reason that Jen mentioned, that the community that's formed there is so profound and meaningful for the people that attend these classes. Now that said, 46% of those same respondents are saying that they're going to add virtual into their workout routine. When you can go back to class, the memberships that people are going to be selling are probably going to be a hybrid between in-person as well as virtual content. We're hopeful that this is something that also is able to kind of re-enfranchise another class of the community that historically has been left behind by wellness.
It's going to take a lot to make sure that this industry continues, and I think we all need to live healthier lives, especially after this year at home.
Absolutely. There's no doubt about it. There will be tailwinds in the wellness industry. We just all need to help each other get through the difficult days and pop up on the other side. I think that 21 is going to be a good growth year for the wellness industry as we emerge from COVID, and certainly 22 we'll start seeing some great growth.
I absolutely agree. Just getting back to that sense of normalcy is going to be so great for everybody.